Crossmaglen are legendary, aren't they? Brigid's new in there, and I think they will be out to do something in Roscommon. There's a good bit of excitement in Roscommon football. Crossmaglen with a new young team, mixed of some of the older characters as well. I think that's going to be a tremendous final.
I suppose it was a surprise maybe that they beat Nemo Rangers. For us, it wasn't really a surprise. We played them 3 years ago in Mullingar in the semi-final of the All-Ireland, and we were put to the pin of our collar to beat them. There was only a kick of the ball in the game, and we know a fair bit about them from that game. Obviously, both teams have changed a little bit since that, but I think the biggest thing is we know how stiff a challenge is going to be. They have good forwards, and when you have good forwards, you know that's a big thing. You can win any game if you have good forwards.
They've lots going for them. They've probably a different team than they had in 2007 when we played them in the All-Ireland semi-final. Probably a younger team, as you say, and probably fitter and faster. And I think probably ourselves are probably in the same boat where we've changed our team as well.
I'll be honest about it, you know, we've struggled at midfield now, you know, in a couple of games. We brought John McEntee back on the last day. He sort of steadied the ship for us in the middle of the field. We started winning a bit of ball. When we win the majority of ball in the middle of the field, we feel as if, you know, we can beat any team, but, you know, that hasn't happened, you know, as yet. And I think, you know, the key battle is who wins enough ball at the middle of the field to feed those forwards, because you can be the best forward in the country, but if you're not getting the ball in, then, you know, it's very hard to operate. So whoever wins that battle in the middle of the field will probably come out on top.
Personally, I think we're strong all over the field, and if everyone can perform to their max in the day, we've as good as players as in any club team around the country. I suppose down the middle maybe we're probably would be our strongest more than any other team, and around the half-back, half-forward line. So, and we've a serious full forward in Senna Kilbride. So it's probably most of the spine of the team down the middle is probably our strongest. I'm very confident. I respect Crossmaglen. They've a serious setup for the club up north there. They've plenty of All-Ireland titles won, and there's some serious footballers, past and present. They've the Francie Bellews, the McEntees, they're on the bench, and they've the Kiernans. They're a fantastic club, but I respect them, and so does our club. But by no means do we fear them, and I'm very confident we can win on Paddy's Day.
Well, obviously, Carl Mannion in the middle of the field is a serious player for them. You know, I think we need to curb his his influence on the game, and probably the other player who stands out for me is Frankie Dolan. You know, he's been there, he's done that, he's seen it all, and I suppose he hurt us the last day we played against him. I think he kicked 6 or 7 points, and he's somebody that certainly we'd be trying to curtail, if you want, for want of a better word.
Well, Auckland's come with a strong tradition of Kilkenny hurling. Their semi-final against De La Salle was one of the greatest games probably in club hurling out of any game of hurling that has been seen for a number of years, and they could take some hell of a beating. Bridge, bringing a strong Galway tradition of strong club teams.
The traditional teams like Ballyhale, Shamrocks and Portumna are not there now, so everyone saw this as a chance to win the Club All-Ireland. We know against Bridge that it's going to be very tough. You know, they're very fast, they have the forwards there and the Kearnses. And we saw against De La Salle Waterford how good they are, so we'll have to be on top of our game. Well, I suppose there's key battles all over the field. In particular, I suppose Alan Kearns and Brian Hogan should be a good contest. But there's 15 battles all over the field, and we're hoping to come out on top. I suppose Bridge have the experience of playing in the club final, whereas we don't. They played against Burr in 2002. You know, that'll be to their advantage. I'm sure we're like Bridge, really. You know, it's a 50-50 chance. You know, All-Ireland finals, there's never anything in between the two teams. You know, it should be a great game, and it's one that we're looking forward to.